Feel the legs pushing up on the set. I'm feeling it. Feel the high that you get from the line. If you feel it, raise your hell in the sky.
So let's talk about Tony Khan, for example. I talked about the belts that might be airing tomorrow. I don't know. I'm going to have to really do suffering around with these videos. Let's talk about Tony Khan living in his own bubble, living in his own bubble, and not listening to criticism. And it's more to the media scrum he did with Final Battle, which is funny. He had a pay-per-view and nobody's talking about the pay-per-view. Everybody's talking about the media scrum. That's another prime example too. But you know what? I don't want to make this video longer than what it needs to be. Let's talk about the main topic. I'm just going to paraphrase what he's saying. He pretty much, we're talking about, AEW is always under attack because we're the, he said AEW is always under attack. Talk about when you do 4 group pay-per-views, you sell out this and sell out that. They still find something negative to say. First of all, here's the thing. Your pay-per-views are fucking too long. And the longer it is, the longer people forget. The longer a pay-per-view is, the more people forget about it. The shorter it is, the more people remember it. The reason that people remember something like WrestleMania because it happens once a year when the pay-per-view is as long as a motherfucker. You do not see WWE making long-ass pay-per-views. He wants to do that every time he does a pay-per-view. And I understand that. I totally understand that, and I get it, and I understand it. However, it's doing a disservice to his company. It's hurting his company. Less is more less type of thing, if you get what I'm saying. He needs to slow it down. Another thing, too, it don't help when you have fights backstage. And that's another thing, too. You have to control the locker room. I don't want to hear... I'm hearing stuff that he's in the back on Twitter looking at the fans' reaction to the pay-per-view. Motherfucker, run your goddamn show. I don't care. Don't worry about what people are saying about your pay-per-view. Worry about making the show good. Worry about less people I can't even talk right now. Worry about people not being put in headlocks, and worry about people not trying to kill each other in the back. That's what you need to worry about. Why the fuck are you worrying about something about, I gotta make sure the crowd reacts? Who cares? It's weird because I watched this AEW Continental Classic, and every match is long. I'm like, bro, make it short. It's okay to have a short match. That actually works for somebody like a Jay White character who's a heel, who doesn't want to overbloat himself, so he cheats to have that's storylines. I don't need a G1 climax type of thing. Save that for something else. And again, I'll go back to the AEW Continental Classic. I don't even know why they're fighting for another belt when they need to be fighting for the number one contract for AEW title. It's neither here or there. I don't even want to get involved with that. I already talked about that in the title thing. All right, whatever. The point is, listen to the criticism, because the criticism is helpful because it makes the company better. Sometimes the criticism can be like, oh, we wish death upon. That's not criticism. That's just haters to hate, and that's just people who are weird. Those are weird people. No one would wish death upon you, but you don't help the situation by going on Twitter, acting a fool, looking like a man-child, doing the stupid shit, and here we are. Look, Tony Khan, I like Tony. I want the company to succeed, but you gotta stop living in a bubble. Look at what Vince McMahon been doing the last several years before Triple H took over, living in his own bubble. He didn't listen to no one outside. People kept telling him for years to turn Roman Reigns heel, and they didn't listen. That motherfucker turned heel. He was one of the best superstars in the last decade. He's natural. He comes off likable, even as a heel. I don't hate his guts to the point where I'm like, bro, shut up. Now I'm like, yeah, okay. The only thing people hate about him, he's a part-timer. I mean, hell, he worked his butt off for how many years when y'all were booing him. So I guess he's like, hey, I want the part-time schedule. And they gave it to him. But it works to his persona as a heel now. He's earned that now to be a top, to be part-time. But you get what I'm saying. It took time to eventually Paul Heyman and Roman said, nah, we're not doing this no more. And I'm glad Roman Reigns put his foot down. I think something realized to him. And as a heel, he still sold the most merchandise before CM Punk came back in the WWE. Look at the criticism and don't live in your bubble. If fans tell you less matches, go less. If fans telling you more storylines, more character development, give them more storylines and character development. In time, slow and steady. Don't rush it, but slow and steady. And stop listening to Dave Meltzer. Because Dave Meltzer going to put your ass out of fucking business. All these 5-star matches that having these guys kill themselves. Fuck him. He's a journalist who's out of touch too. He's definitely out of touch. I mean, literally, a man, if you look at his damn office, all that paperwork, the man's out of touch with cleaning his own room. The motherfucker's out of touch. Don't listen to him. Listen to what people around you. Listen to the old guard. It's sad that you had a conversation with Jim Cornette and he was telling you what you should have done. And I think he was polite with it. But, you know, you just want to hear what you want to do. That's not how the world works. You're a billionaire. Let people who ran the wrestling business run it. Or you be there and let them help you run it. That's all you got to do. Listen to the criticism. Stop taking it personally. Now, I know you probably taking this personally because of Warner Brothers and AEW, not Warner Brothers and WWE's talk. I mean, I would too. But a lot of that is your fault. You let CM Punk go, which is probably the worst decision you will ever make in your life. Okay? Other than doing crack, but we're not going to talk about that. You put Daniel Bryan in the disciplinary committee, which is another stupid decision, and you gave EVPs to immature man-childs, Young Bucks, and Kenny Omega to a extent, but Young Bucks. You let the Young Bucks run your show, and then run it to the ground, and they're not even there. You let them dictate what things are going, and they're dictating to the ground. They're now trying to change heel because nobody gives a fuck about them. I love how people say, well, y'all like the Usos, but they're the same thing as the Young Bucks. No. The Usos are characters. They are playing off of characters. The Yi and all that, we all know they don't talk like that. But when you look at the Young Bucks, they're just playing off wannabe rockers and wannabe Shawn Michaels. But here's the thing, though. When they turn heel, they don't change nothing about themselves. They still play themselves. There's not nobody who's crazy. Say what you want about the Usos. You split them up. You can tell who's a star. Jay. You split Matt and Matt and whoever. Matt and whatever. I don't know their names. Forgive me. You split those two up. Nobody will be a star. When you look at the Young Bucks, their tag team, they're one of the greatest tag teams out there. Top 10, nope, not mine. Top 20, God bless whoever puts them there. Top 40, okay, maybe. Top 50, you're getting close. Top 100, there we go. You see how I went backwards? That's how I do things. So that's where. But you know what I'm saying? But when they were booking the tag team division, that was great because AEW had a great tag team division. They booked it, and you could tell they booked it. They really booked it well, and I see future for them when they book a tag team. I do not see futures for them running the company. I don't, because they proved last year that they're not good EVPs. For you to go in that environment as CM Punk, as mad as he was, and for what you do, you need to go. Tony Khan allowed that type of stuff. He allows that behavior. And here we are. But anyway, I'm over it. I'm done with it. You know, but Tony Khan, listen to the criticism. It's okay. Stop living in your own bubble, because that's what Vince did, and look where he's at. He's out. And stop being mad, too, at NXT beating you. It's okay. NXT is just a better product right now. When you say you want to make great pay-per-views, it's not about making great pay-per-views. If your pay-per-views are not remembered, they're not great. I don't think the last pay-per-view I remember from AEW that was great for me to remember was Revolution last year, 2022, right before Cody Rhodes left. Right before. And a lot of their pay-per-view has felt that just phase, just, you know. But as always, guys, like, subscribe, peace. Just today. I'm out.